Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
All right, this is case number 2504901 RGC. Jeffrey Pillow versus Jun Lu. What's your name? Okay. So you were here today for a bench trial. This was removed from small claims to the general civil docket. So
The one we have with his wife is not valid, correct?
the one you had with his wife was dismissed by the magistrate last August. That was why we had to reset it, because when I looked at the notice more carefully, last time she got the notice for this last court date, not him. So that's why we had to make sure he got the notice, but she was actually dismissed. But I can't remember why, but I know she was. Let's see. So Mr. Pillow has filed this lawsuit basically saying that he did rent space at North Park Drive in Southfield. And that the defendant kept the money. I'm not sure what money we're talking about, but I guess I'm going to find out, and refused to return it. And he's seeking $6,850. And he says the claim arose in July 18, 2024. Did you file a response, Mr. Lu? Like an answer to his complaint? Just, did you write anything out when he filed the case saying
Yeah, first I read that it was last year, December.
Yeah, you think in December?
Yeah, right here, October 11th, 2025.
Okay. See, so that would be, all right, that'd be in the other case. October 11th.
For the first, thanking him.
Says no.
That was filed on October 1st, Judge.
October 1st. But no, I see an answer. I see other.
Excuse me, Your Honor, this one say October 11th. I got it on my phone.
Okay, well, whichever one. I don't see either one. Let me see what this is. It says demand for order of removal. Maybe this is it. Received October 1st. I never signed a lease with Jeffrey Pillow. Is that what you said?
Yes, right.
I signed with Deborah Jean Carlisle.
Yeah, I only signed this and maybe in the bank.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I am. We can understand that.
Okay. So, gentlemen, what you have to understand is now this is under the rules of the regular court rules. It's because it was removed from small claims. And small claims, you don't have to know what the rules are. You just present whatever evidence you have, answer questions that the court may have, and the court tries to come to a just conclusion. Here, it's way more formal than that. You can't get things in without witnesses that can testify to them, because it's all the evidence rules apply. So like if you have a document and nobody can say what it is, you can't just submit it. Oh, okay. You didn't. You might have put them in the file. They don't become part of the trial till they're admitted in the evidence. And you have to admit your things into evidence. So that means someone has to testify about what it is, how they know what it is, and then offer it up for admission. If it's hearsay, because it's an out-of-court statement or document could be considered a statement too, that's being used to prove the truth of what's in it or what it says, that's hearsay. You would need the person who said it or created it to come to testify to be subject to cross-examination. None of those rules apply in small claims, but when it was brought over here, we have very strict rules that we have to adhere to. Okay, so we'll start with an opening statement first. An opening statement is not the trial. Okay, it's just not. It's just what it is. An opening statement. It tries to give the listener an idea of what the case is about. Not every specific fact of the case, just generally, a short paragraph or a few sentences. This case is about this and that. My evidence is going to show this. So it's going to say what the evidence is going to show and the relief that you are asking the court to give you. So if you think the evidence from Mr. Pello's perspective is going to show he had a lease, then he paid for it, whatever the reason is that he's claiming, he thinks he's owed it back. He's going to say that. He's going to say how much it is. And he's going to say, this is what the court is asking. I'm asking the court to do is give me a judgment for that amount. For you, I'm just making this up just as an example, but you might be saying, well, I don't have the lease because that's what you said. And so I don't have that kind of relationship with him. So I don't believe I owe it. Blase, blase. So that gives anybody listening just a general overview of the case and what you think your evidence is going to show. Then you have to actually put on evidence to support your claims. So evidence is testimony of witnesses. It's documents that you can get into evidence and anything else that you may choose to try to submit as evidence. And I have to rule on whether it's good evidence or not. So anybody who puts on a witness, the opposite side gets to cross-examine that witness. Mr. Pello has the burden of proving this claim. So the defense obviously doesn't have to do anything if they didn't want to. You probably will do something, but part of what you could do is cross-examine any witness, ask questions about documents and things that were put in evidence. After Mr. Pello finishes with all of his witnesses, he may rest his case. At that time, you could make a motion if you like about the sufficiency of his evidence. Or if you choose not to do that because there's no issue there, then you could start your case. That means the defense puts on the same thing, witnesses that they believe supports what their contentions are. And Mr. Pello gets to cross-examine those witnesses. And in that way, we keep going down your list. And you get to redirect them. Of course, after he questions them, we just keep going down the list till we finished all the defense witnesses. If there is any need for a rebuttal witness, Mr. Pello could call a rebuttal witness at that point to rebut just something that was said by a defense witness. Can't bring in new evidence at that point, just can rebut something that was said. And then we could have a case where you're rebutting something that the rebuttal witness said. You could call a witness for that. After that, we're done. We move to closing arguments. Closing arguments is a review of what the evidence actually did show. What did you see and hear from the evidence? How does it support your claim or not support the other party's claim? And then tell us why you think that evidence supports whatever theory that you're asking the court to give. And that's how we proceed. So, any questions on the process? Okay. Mr. Pello, come up to the podium and we're going to start with your opening statement. And for both gentlemen, an opening statement, as I said, is just a brief overview of what the evidence is going to show and what it is that you're asking, what your claim really is, what you think your evidence is going to show, and what relief you're asking the court to give. And it's oftentimes helpful to state it in some kind of chronological order so that people can understand generally what you're saying. We do not need specific details because that's what the evidence is going to come in to show all the details. We're just looking for the general overview. Got it? Okay, go ahead, Ms. Pillow.
July 15th, this gentleman had a condo for lease,
What year, sir?
2024, in the condo that Ms. Carlisle stayed in. Carlisle is my home health care aide.
Okay, he had a condo for lease,
Yes, ma'am.
and it was the condo that Miss Carlisle stayed
So
in.
she stayed in the same building. So she came to look at it, but wasn't no lights on. 2 weeks later, he called me personally.
Okay, that's too much detail, sir.
Well, he called.
This is an opening statement. You're getting very specific.
Oh, I'm just trying to find out. He
Okay,
called me.
I don't right now. I just want to know generally what is the
Said,
claim about?
I came and met him, gave him a $2,700 security deposit. And the next day I gave him by Venmo the rent, which was $1,350 for August.
Next day you Venmo
$1,350 August.
$1,350 for August rent.
Right.
Okay.
July, when I looked at the place, it wasn't what he showed me on Zillow. He showed me the picture on Zillow where he bought the unit clean. When I went in there, the unit was tore up. I said, 2 weeks, all you gotta do, spray, clean it. That's it. Gave him the money up front because I was having knee surgery.
So you're saying basically it didn't look like what it was advertised.
No.
And by the time you went to look, you didn't look first, you just put the money down.
No, I looked at the place and it wasn't nothing to clean up. All they had to do was spray and clean the place up. He didn't do it. He told me he was going to do it. I gave him 2 weeks. Rent start August 1st. Gave him all his rent. He called me, tells me the place is clean. I'm in another place. I don't even stay near there. So
Okay.
I sent him September, October.
Hold on, Mr. Pelham.
Yes.
Okay. So basically you're saying you gave him rent for July, August.
October and November. And the first 2 weeks.
And you did all this even though the place did not look like
He
it.
told me he cleaned it up. I dealt with another
Okay,
man.
sir, but you just kept paying rent and
No,
you didn't know that it wasn't cleaned up.
I went by what he said. When I came back from my surgery in November, opened the door, the place wasn't clean. That's when I called him. He blocked me.
Okay.
That was it. Never had no more contact with me, period.
So did you use the place?
No, nothing in there. I had to put an alarm on there because people was breaking into the door. So I put the alarm on there.
So you're saying you didn't get the benefit of your bargain and you're asking for the money to be returned.
He never had a contract with her there. Never gave her a key. He gave me the.
Did anybody sign it? Did you sign the document?
We both signed the lease. She's my home health care lady. She needed the key to get in there. Because I was having shoulder surgery. They're going to put a machine in there instead of me going to therapy to do my arm. Never happened. Never gave her a key. Never gave her a front door.
How much money is it you're looking for?
I gave him $8,300. That's what he told me mediation, but you can only sue for $7,000 here. I got the mediation papers there. He said $8,300.
How much are you suing for?
$7,000. Well, $6,950, whatever it came up to be.
I don't know. Sorry. This is an opening statement.
$7,000, but you told me the last time with his wife it was $6,850.
I don't know nothing about this case. This is okay, but sir,
$7,000.
this is a trial. So whatever you claiming you suing for is what you're suing for. Defense have an opening statement. So you can have a seat, Mr. Pill.
Do I get the discovery I gave you to look through or no?
Sir, what is it that you're trying to do, Mr. Pelham?
The discovery was the original lease. I sent it to y'all a month ago.
Okay, if you sent it through the online system, which means you should have the.
I mailed it in.
Okay, you don't keep any originals for yourself for trial.
Not my problem, but
okay, that's not my problem. What do you mean? You didn't keep.
You told me send it in and you use it for the trial. Why would I send in the discovery and then come back with the papers?
Because that's what you do in a trial. Everybody should have a copy of everybody else's evidence. The court should have a court copy. You should have your own copy. The defense should have a copy, and vice versa. And you really should have an extra copy for any witness, but we can use the court copy for the witness. But the court should have its own copy that's not going into evidence just so I can follow along. This is typically how it goes. So no, you don't get the, if you're talking about this package right here that you sent,
Well, that's something there. And you, I didn't make copies of that. I left
okay,
it home. I didn't think I did.
sir, I can't help you there.
No, my
This is your case. Let me explain this to you, Mr. Pillow. You could have left this case in small claims. You didn't. You removed it over here. So once it gets here, the rules are different.
Mhm.
So when you ask me why you sent it here, because you have to have evidence and it has to be stamped. And none of these are stamped yet because we just haven't even started the trial yet. So if you need copies for yourself, I don't know why you wouldn't have kept a copy. So do you have an opening statement, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, go up to the podium, please. Thank you.
In July 18, 2024,
July 18th of 2024.
I signed lease agreement with Deborah Jan Lynn. Not the.
Sure, I mean, I'm having maybe it's a language accent problem, but I can understand the name you said that you signed the lease with.
Signed lease with the lady that.
Deborah?
Yeah, Deborah Young collects CAR.
Carlisle?
Yeah,
You want me to look at it?
sorry.
Charles,
This is next.
Charles, help me out, please. Deborah Jean Carlisle, Charles. Give him his notes back.
Yeah.
He just wanted me to see the name. So you signed a lease with Deborah Jean Carlisle. Okay.
This boss is application.
For what? Okay, this is just an opening statement. We're not submitting evidence yet. Remember, this is too easy. It's 2 or 3 sentences or a paragraph worth of, what is this case about from your perspective?
Okay.
So you signed a lease with Miss Carlisle for what?
For rent lease agreement.
For renting a property where?
The 16400 North Parking apartment 414 Southfield.
Okay.
Same day, he put the deposit.
Wait, who put the deposit?
Lady,
Miss Carlisle.
Yeah. Yeah. Put the deposit and put.
What deposit?
$2,025.
$225. Was that like security deposit? Okay.
$675 for July rent. From July 18 to July 31st.
Okay.
Then same day the moving, I'll give you building key and apartment unit key and the mailbox key. Everything I'll give it to the lady. They're moving one thing. Excuse me. Electricity, because in our name, I told them that we can keep to July 31st. So after that, they need to move their name to her, transfer to her name. But he didn't transfer anyway. Okay, that's another story. Okay, then they keep her rent in August September.
They paid, who paid the rent? Miss Carlisle? She paid August?
August,
How much is the rent?
1,350.
350, 1,315?
1,350.
$1,315 in rent.
Retained that.
1,350? Okay.
They're paid to August, September, November. Then December, pay $700.
Did she pay August, September? What about October?
October, 1,350.
Okay, and then what in November?
1,350. December, 700.
700.
December, that's stopped.
December rent went down to 700.
There's always pays some half, then pay another half, something. So December 1st, they pay them 700, then stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they never paid anymore.
Yeah.
She never did. Okay.
Yeah. Then.
So what is your defense to the fact that he's claiming that you owe him that whatever money back? What is your defense to the fact that he's saying you owe him an amount of money back?
Yeah, then January 2025, I come to court here, filed the claim. Is the case number here? Case number.
Okay. But sir, you filed a claim here.
Yeah.
For what?
No pay rent.
Okay.
No pay rent.
Okay.
Yeah, this is January 2025.
So what's your defense to the fact that he says you owe him the money back because he never used the place, that you breached your side of the agreement by not making it habitable?
He lied. There's the same day they start moving. It's July 18. I'll give you key, same day, building key, unit key, area key, mailbox key. There's moving same day.
So in July 2024, they moved in. Okay.
Then.
Okay, so this is not the trial. Remember, this is just an overview of what. So what is your position? What is it that you want the court to do?
Because he's so mean. He is not a lease. He keeps so mean.
Okay. So he's not on lease.
Yeah.
So you want me to do what?
Yeah.
Dismiss the case because he's not the proper party?
Dismiss case also. He move out in September 2025. Finally evicted this lady. But I try to get her new address. He don't give me. I send a message, send some stuff. I try to contact because September 16, the last day, elected this lady move out 2025. He don't give me address. So also future I want to.
Sir, you know what? This is not small claims. We just don't start talking about everything. This was supposed to be succinct.
Yes.
When I say succinct, I mean short and clear. Your position sounds like it is. It sounds like you're saying, yes, I signed a lease in July of 2024. This is how I would do it. I signed a lease in July 2024 with a Deborah Jean Carlisle for rental property at 16400 North Park Drive, City of Southfield, unit number 414. The rental amount was for security deposit of $2025. Ms. Carlisle put that down. Then she paid $650 for July rent. And basically the rental amount after that was $1,350 a month. She paid August, September, October, November rent. December rent was supposed to be $700. She stopped paying the rent. I didn't breach the contract. I did my part. I gave them the premises. They took the keys. They moved in. They used it to their satisfaction, apparently. I never got any complaints. There's nothing in writing, whatever. And then, so therefore, I'm asking the court to dismiss the case because Mr. Pillow is not on the lease. I never had a lease agreement with him. He's the wrong party to sue in anyway. And furthermore, I disavow any knowledge of the fact that the apartment was dirty, clean, and not up to par, and they moved in based upon that. And they continue to pay rent. So I'm asking for the case to be dismissed. Boom. Whatever else you talk about, I don't know why. At this point, we're going to get into the specifics of what happened and how once we get into the evidence. This was just an opening statement to give me an idea what it is that you're claiming and how much money you think you owe, if anything. I don't think you filed a counter complaint for anything because you say Mr. Pillow ain't the right party anyway. Okay. Is that pretty much your opening?
For this, yes.
Okay.
Yes, you say I want to just dismiss this case.
Okay. Got it. All right. Mr. Pillow, call your first witness.
We wanted to sit down here up here.
That's a witness chair. All right. When you get up here, raise your hand to take an oath. You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Have a seat. Keep your voice up as like I'm talking, so everybody in the back of the room, if there was somebody back there, could hear you. Okay. Tell us what your name is for the record.
Deborah Carlisle.
Spell your name.
DebraCarlisle.
Get up to the podium and start asking questions.
Oh,
Make them in some kind of order that makes sense, mister.
we went to 16400 to Lincoln Delivery, correct?
Yes.
What unit?
414, 16400 North Park Drive, apartment 414, Southfield, Michigan 48075.
Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, it is.
North Park.
Remember, you got to get it from the witness, not you. You're not the witness. You have to ask the witness.
Yes.
Met this gentleman, correct?
Yes.
And when he opened the door, he was.
Okay, sir, you are testifying.
I'm not testifying, I'm just asking him.
You are telling her a story.
Pay him the money. Does the
Excuse me. If you're not going to do this right, I'm going to stop it. You're not listening. You're not listening, Mr. Pillow. You got to do it right.
You want me to ask her questions like?
I want you to elicit the answer where she elaborates on it, not you. Yours is a closed-in question. Let me give you an example. The way you said it was on January 18, 2024. You said January. Did you mean July? July 18, 2024. We went to 16400 North Park Drive, number 401 Southfield, and we met this gentleman. Why don't you ask her? Did you accompany me to look at a property for rent? Then she could say, yes, I did. Could you give me the address of the property that we went to?
Come from her, not me.
Exactly. You can't testify.
July 18, 2024, did you accompany me to 16400? I meet you there.
Yes.
You met Mr. John Liu, correct?
Yes, I met Mr. Liu and
After we looked at the unit.
There you go.
After we looked at the unit. Who paid him the money? That's what I want.
Okay. Well, first of all, you jumping from we looked at the unit to paying money. There's no conversation about low lease, no nothing. That's it. You're going to jump to that.
We came there.
Okay.
And we signed, let's go there, but we signed.
Okay. First of all, ask her who signed the lease.
Who signed?
You're putting yourself in it, and you just got to get the information from her. So you can ask her after we looked, you can say we looked at the property. Was a lease signed? She can say yes or no. Then you can say, who was the lease? Who signed the lease and with whom?
Yes, the lease was signed with you, Mr. Pillow, and I, for Carlisle, with Mr. Lou. The lease was signed. We both signed the lease with the gentleman. Then the money that was given to him for the deposit and first month's rent was given to him by you. After there was some more discussion about the place, cleaning it up. You and he shook hand. He said, give him 2 weeks and he would have the place clean. For moving in.
How much money did Mr. Pillow give for the deposit and the first month rent?
He gave him a total of $2,700.
And you said that and you were there listening.
I was there listening to the conversation as well as I was a witness to the fact that the money.
And that's not what I asked you. You got to stick to what the question is. So Mr. Pillow and the defendant had a conversation about cleaning something up.
Yes,
What was that?
cleaning the unit because the unit was not clean. There were no lights on in the unit.
And what did, if anything, did the defendant say about it?
Mr. Lou said that he would have the place clean within the 2 weeks. And he took the monies from Mr. Pillow. They handshook on it. And from there,
Did they say anything about the utilities?
yes, he said, the utilities, because there were no utilities turned on, he said that
Who is he?
Mr. Liu said that the reason there was no utilities turned on is he was unaware that the previous tenant had the lights disconnected. He said, would you turn the lights on by August the 1st for moving in? And that I did.
So he asked you to turn the lights on?
Yes, because there were no lights turned on.
In your name?
Yes, I turned the lights on in my name.
Okay.
Now, as for giving keys and whatnot, there were no keys.
Nobody asked you about keys yet. You gotta wait. Next question, Mr.
Did you get any keys, mailbox key, front door key, any keys to the front door of the building from Mr. Lou?
No, I did not.
And he gives you the code, so when people come in to buzz you,
No, I was not given that.
and when the office called you about the buzzer, the office said what?
In reference to,
To the buzzer. You already had a unit there.
yes, because I already lived in the building. He said I could not have 2 units in my name for buzzing in. So that,
He told the office, did he tell the office that the unit was yours, not mine, and tried to get the buzzer?
Okay, first of all, you're testifying again. You're just telling the story yourself. You might as well get her out of here and you can sit down and talk if you want to, because you're not getting it from her. You're telling her what
He
happened.
gave you no keys, correct?
no,
Okay.
no, Mr. Lou did not give us any keys to the unit.
And you say you put the electric in your name, August 1st.
Yes, I put the electric in my name August 1st.
Did DTE send you a bill for the previous tenants' electric?
Yes, a few months later, I received a bill from DTE.
How
And
much was
they
it?
said, oh, $400.
And whose
They
name?
said they informed me that unless that $400 was paid, that the lights for 414 would be disconnected. They didn't care who was supposedly living in the unit. As far as they know, someone was using lights there. And the light bill had not been paid for several months. Is why they demanded payment right away.
And the light bill that they said it was old, Was it in this gentleman's name or not?
No,
Oh, who is this gentleman?
Mr. Lewis,
Mr. Lou.
Yeah.
Was the light bill in Mr. Lou's name, the one that wasn't paid?
no,
Was the light bill in the person he bought the condo from 2 years
Well,
ago?
how does she know? How does she know?
Because the DT told her it was in the previous tenant name that he bought the unit from. She
Okay,
kept the
but-
lights in that lady name.
Well,
And then she paid for the
okay, first of all, that's hearsay.
No, it's on the paper.
It's hearsay. That's my ruling, and you can't argue with me. You can argue with anybody else you want to. No, you are. I'm telling you, it's hearsay, which is a legitimate objection under the rules. She don't know what the prior tenant was and whose name the thing was in. DTE or somebody from DTE would have to either come in and testify to that, or you could have something admitted through DTE as a business record that could potentially show
And I said,
if there was a prior tenant's name. But we don't know whose name the thing was in.
Since you have the person's name in it, because the DT.
This is a legal ruling. Everything you sent is not admissible, is what I'm trying to tell you. It would be in a small claims case. It's not here.
You want a quick question?
Yes,
See, 2 weeks ago with his wife, was that general civil or small claim?
that's general civil.
That's the discovery I gave to you for that.
Okay,
That wasn't a small claim, that was for this case. I
Okay.
just mailed it in.
but I'm telling you, you could send anything you want in if you had left a case in small claims. All of these things I'm telling you don't apply over there.
Okay, I got it.
But you brought it over here to me. Anytime you see me, it's not small claims. And there's a whole book that you don't understand that applies. And that would be this. The Michigan court rules. So I have to apply the rules, even though neither one of you seem to know them. The evidence rules are in here. They apply to Mr. Pillow. And I'm talking to you too, Mr. Lou. All of these rules apply. So just because you brought something and you're seeking to get me to look at it doesn't make it admissible under these rules. So people don't understand that when they bring the case over here, it's different. You got to be more legally trained and more legally knowledgeable to try a case over here. It can be done. People do it.
I asked you a question about the receipt.
What receipts?
The receipts for the,
You want to ask her a
yes,
question?
ma'am.
Ask her a question.
Quick question here. When we went to mediation, he has 2 receipts that he said you filled out. This is the original receipt. These are fake. Can you take a look at this and let me know?
Okay, sir. No, that's not how this
No.
works. You have to ask her a question about, did she prepare receipts? Is this an original receipt? Can she identify the object?
Oh,
You're telling her what it is.
you identified the object here.
Mr. Pillow, let me ask you a question. Why are you using her?
Because she's the home health care lady. That's why I got the lady.
But everything that you're trying to get her to testify to, you're telling her. Why don't you just testify to it? Because we're wasting a lot of time of you trying to formulate a question to tell her what the answer of it is. And she,
Who paid the money to this gentleman so we can get it over?
the money came from you. The money
$2,700. Well, how much was it?
$2,700.
Who got the receipt from that?
You got the receipt. You and me. The
was it a receipt? What's the receipt for, Miss Caroline?
the receipt was for the rent that for the $2,700 that was paid. There was, I had nothing to do with the conversation that went on between Mr. Lou and Mr. Pill.
Did you see the receipt?
Yes, I did see the receipt.
Okay. Is that supposedly?
Was you there?
Excuse me?
Also after this, you didn't have the money.
She said she saw you.
What's the original receipt?
Show it. If you want to get that in, you have to show it to her, let her identify it.
That's the original receipt that he gave us July 18th for $2,700.
Yes, it
Your
is.
name on there, money one, correct?
Yes.
And that gentleman's name on there. Correct? These receipts he sent to the court, are these your receipts? Have you ever seen these receipts?
No, I have not.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't even know what you're showing her.
Oh, the receipt she sent to me, there. I got it in my phone.
So, Mr. Pillow, the receipt that you just had her identify,
Yeah.
is that something that you're going to be admitting into evidence?
Yeah.
Okay, so
And I have a copy of it written on this.
so why don't you, does the receipt have a back to it that's empty? There's
Oh,
a stamp. You need to mark it as evidence.
and this one?
No, you stamp it yourself.
In a podium.
Oh, okay, I see. It's here.
Yeah, find a blank space on the paper.
And just hit it on the back.
Yeah, and then you're gonna write in your plaintiff's exhibit number 1.
Hallelujah.
Hmm.
Number 1.
Okay, so exhibit 1 is gonna be the receipt for the deposit. For the $2,700 deposit. Okay. And she just testified that, did you not, ma'am, that the receipt had your name and his name on it? Could you look at this? I need the court officer. You're going to have to help me out here. Can you give me this receipt? Could you look at that receipt again? Yes, ma'am. Is there something we can do to help? Where's your glasses? Way back in the back.
Who did the party? Over here. Oh,
Well, you get a chance to ask her. I see. And I think this is it. So, whose name is on the receipt?
This receipt has my name on there.
Okay. And that's the receipt for the 27, he said $2,700 deposit,
Yeah.
but it says 2025.
see that, sir?
And then it says total 2,700.
Yes, that was what was it was counted out to him. He paid him in $100 bills.
Oh, yeah, he gave a receipt for 2025. I told him I gave him 2,700. He marked it there and signed it.
Okay. You're not testifying, Mr.
Oh.
We're getting this from the witness. So, all right. So it's a receipt in your name.
Who paid the 2,700, Mr. Carlisle?
Mr. Pillow. He paid $2,700, paid in $100.
Do you have any reason to understand why the receipt has your name on it?
No, I didn't. I know this is sort of out of, but may I say something?
No, let me ask you a question.
I have a quick question. This gentleman has 2 receipts on here. He said you gave them to him for 2025 and 675 on 7/18. Now, if you got that receipt, how can you add 2 more receipts? So which one is the right receipts? Can I show it these?
Sir, we don't know what you're showing us.
2 receipts.
So how does that help me?
It's 2 receipts that he says you made that he made up. I have the original receipt. These are not hers.
The
He got them right there. He made them up.
only
Said that's the
receipt-
mediation. The original receipt I showed you when we first came.
Okay. Well,
Can I show you?
is that the same thing?
Yes, ma'am. That's it.
These are original receipts.
Yeah, you show that.
These are copy. He changed receipts. Changed first. Changed receipt. Put the total 2,700. He changed.
I see. Yep, this is the copy for 612.
Have you ever seen those receipts? If you keep this coming, come show you.
This is the copy. It's a carbon copy of the original
That's
receipt.
different receipts. I can't tell you. My receipt is different from that.
Sir,
He split
Sir.
the 2,000.
You need to look at these.
My receipt says $2,700. This one here says 2025.
The top receipt says at the bottom receipt, which is the copy, doesn't say that. And it's the same receipt number.
Hey, sir, these-
So show them to him.
It's the receipt I got that day. It's the receipt that he made up. Look on it. They different. It's 675 and 2025. I got a receipt for 20.
Do you see how, Mr. Pillow, Mr. Pillow, Mr. Pillow, do you see the receipt number is the same and it's a carbon copy. Anybody with eyes can see that.
Different receipts. Period.
Look at
He took the 2025 receipt.
look at this. Look at you got.
Total, and he put that one on there. Ain't nobody talking.
Okay, what you know what?
You changed.
You know what? I'm gonna make the ruling. I don't know what he's talking about. You can ask her. He wanted to know if she'd seen the carbon copy of the receipt.
I've never seen these receipts. This is the receipt that I saw from the very beginning, the 2,700, which was counted out and he wrote out when I was sitting there in front of him. It's not sitting, but standing, it's not, but no furniture or anything that's in there.
Okay.
But either way, his receipt was filed, said
Well, this-
2,700. Who gave him the 2,700?
You're gonna use that in your case.
Counted out $2,700 cash to Mr. Lou. Counted it out in $100 bill increments. As for keys,
Did you ever move into the unit?
I have no reason to move into that
Right
unit.
now, yes or no?
Does anybody have a copy of the lease?
Yes, I do right here.
Okay.
The original lease is in that paper, but you told me I couldn't use
I
that.
didn't say you couldn't use it. I said you needed to bring your own copy.
I didn't bring them, I'm sorry. The lease right here.
Okay.
Everybody's name on it. He's got the paper. I got a copy of them too.
So let's see where we're talking for the lease. Show him this.
His copy.
But he'll get a chance to put his copy in evidence when he cross-examines her or when he testifies.
Yeah.
That's the original lease? He said it has all three names on it. Is that what you believe is original?
The original is, he letter is almost happy.
Okay, sir. You said this is the original lease. It's got two names on it. Throw it back to him, please.
I already said that was the original lease.
Name, this is my name, this is David name. What's your name?
Okay, where's Mr. Look at the next page before that. Is Mr. Pillow's name on it?
No, this is my name, this is David.
There you go. That's the paper. Yeah. It's the original lease right here.
Well, the fake lease is what you submitted.
I just submitted.
Sir, this came from the documents you sent.
The original lease there too. I got two leases in there, man.
Okay. I'm just saying,
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
you telling me who submitted it? I'm trying to tell you no. And as far as two leases are concerned, I'll look. All I see is DTE bills, some toilet, some photos, and some things. And I don't see another lease in here.
Hold on.
Oh, here's something. Looks like you copied something. This is a copy, a photograph of something that says original. No, where is the actual lease? Not the photograph of it. Where is the actual original? Where is it?
I have one of my copies. I don't bring it with me. I have a copy of it right here in my phone. Can you?
No,
The three of us is fine, then right here.
You get, let me just say this, you got what you got. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what,
Yeah, back it up, sent you. I'm pretty sure the original lease is in
that's what you said, a photocopy, a picture of something that you say is original.
there. Original lease, on my phone.
Where is the actual document? Sir, the photo is not the best evidence. You got the original.
Well, I copy everything. I didn't want to bring the originals in. Most people say you don't bring the copy. I'm bringing
Okay.
that's the original lease, yeah, man.
All right. No problem. So,
Oh, can I ask Ms. Tyler if you've ever seen both leases? Let me
you can ask her anything about these leases. Yeah, let me say that.
Regular lease, just pick out what's going. Yes.
You take these things. Check that other sticker off. I don't need it. And if you like to admit those, you got to stamp them with proposed exhibit, whatever and whatever. You're on 2 and 3.
Next page is, I ain't gonna lose. It's one different side. That one.
Sir, I just told you to mark them so we know what she is talking about. And you're just going to show her 2 unmarked documents. So you're going to mark them 2 and 3.
Exhibit number 3.
Ma'am, what is that you're looking at that he's called exhibit number 3?
It's a lease with just one name.
It's an exhibit number 2.
What, with one name?
Yeah,
Where?
at the top. My name at the top.
For a tenant? Is it one name for tenant?
Yes.
And the second lease has how many names?
The second lease has two names there.
That's exhibit 2.
Yes. ma'am.
Yes,
And which lease did you sign with him in your presence?
I signed because we both signed
Thank you.
at the time.
Y'all keep these exhibits to I want to give it back.
If you want me to look at it for trial.
This is exhibit 2. That's the one that you said. This is 3, the one you said you didn't sign. It's your fault.
So are you saying you didn't sign this other one?
I'm saying that that Mr. Phillip and I signed the lease.
Okay. So, but are you trying to tell me the one that has the one name, that's not your signature? This is not your signature. Okay.
I think the question being is part of if you sign the lease with put their name on the period. So yes or no.
I signed.
Sign a lease with just your name.
No, I
Did
did
you
not.
sign a lease with your name and my name?
Yes, I,
Right. And he signed the one with me and you, correct?
that's correct.
Thank you.
We all 3 signed. It.
Was the place ever inspected before you rented it? Or I rented it? No.
Okay.
Oh, another thing, the gentleman also said in mediation that you got evicted in September. When you came here, did Judge Johnson say the place should be empty by the 27th of August?
Okay, what I said doesn't matter. You just tried to listen.
September.
Okay.
That is,
Okay. What is the question?
Question was, were you ever evicted out of 16,400 for 1 floor? Simple question, yes.
Were you evicted? What does that
Oh,
mean?
he said you evicted.
Well, he said she filed a case. I don't know if she was evicted out of it.
No, you say right here, it says right here, you evicted.
Yeah.
Exactly what he said, ask him. Never happened.
Oh, okay. Mr. Pillow, what's the question for the witness? I'm lost.
Were you ever evicted out of 16,400?
no,
Did you get any paperwork sent to you? Did you ever have a mailbox key to receive paperwork from 414?
No, I did not. No.
Justin, do you have a clip?
Clip.
One of the black ones.
Also, Ms. Carlisle, who paid for solidified pest control to come in there and spray after this gentleman didn't do
I did
Okay, what does this got to do with anything?
because.
it? Well, this showing that he never paid for it to have the place clean. She did, and never even moved in.
Okay, but nobody has asked her a question about cleaning. You just asked a question
Oh, yeah.
about pest control. I don't even know what that has to. I'm not understanding the sequence of events or anything. You're just asking questions. So, I mean, if you want to ask questions about who cleaned, you didn't ask any questions. You just asked a question about pest control.
I cleaned the place because the place was infected with roaches. Something that Mr. Blue had said at the time of signing the lease that he was going to take care of within the next 2 weeks.
What else was wrong with the place other than roaches?
It was nothing. It was grease all over the refrigerator was roach infected because it had dead roaches and whatnot on there. The cabinets were full of grease where someone had, I guess they had been cooking chickens or whatever in there. So the place was full of grease. The stove was full of grease on there. The bathroom, toilet in the bathroom looked like someone had poured mud in there and had to be cleaned. Underneath in the bathroom looked like it had been, or someone had put something in there and let it just wet. And you had to.
I guess my question is, you said you signed the lease for this. You never saw it before you signed the lease.
When we signed the lease and explained to him about the place, Mr. Lou said, I will have the place cleaned up.
And I guess my question is, why would you sign a lease before the place was ready for occupancy? Why would you move in there or take the keys and anything? That's a good question.
I was never going to live there. I already.
Okay, but ma'am, I don't care if you live there, used to. I don't even know why you even rented the place. If you had a house, he had a house. I don't understand it. But for whatever reason you rented it, if it wasn't ready, why would you give money?
Mr. Luke insisted and said in the conversation, as long as I had the money, with the monies, I can go ahead and get the place cleaned up.
Okay. All right.
Can I ask you a question? Ms.
Go
Carlisle?
ahead.
Yeah, let me ask you.
I'm still asking questions. What else was wrong with it other than the bathroom looked like mud in the toilet?
There was no mirror in the main bathroom. The shower in the main bathroom had like cake where it hadn't been cleaned and ever. The whole place, the carpet needed to be ran across. And the windows weren't cleaned on that. So, but because he insisted that Mr. Luke insisted, well, I won't say insisted, he stated, if you rent the place, if you give me a deposit,
you believe everything people. I'm just wondering why would you, I just don't understand, and maybe I'm naive. But if somebody tells you something, you just believe that. Because most of the time, people go look at the place, and if it's not up to par, they don't put a deposit down.
Can I say something?
No, I'm asking a witness who's the only person I can get evidence from.
Mr. Pillow came because he was the one who was going to be living there. So the final say
And what was your role?
was my role.
Yeah. Why are you even involved in this whole
Because
thing?
I am his home health care person.
When you say his home health care, what does that mean?
Because
You take care of him?
for he had hurt himself. So that's how I became his home health care person. So
That's what
I could
Home health care people sign leases? I'm talking to her.
what I do is I come in, I clean, I cook meals.
Why would you sign a lease?
Mr. Pill,
Ma'am, is there like a mixture of roles here? Because if you're, sir, if I want you to answer, I will ask you to sit on this witness stand. I'm talking to her. You can't answer for her. When you say home health care worker, your role is to take care of him, right?
yes, that was my role.
Is it normal that home health care workers sign leases for the persons that's gonna live in the lease?
I didn't
In the spot?
I didn't look at it as I was just signing the lease as a person that was going to be coming in and out
Ma'am,
of this place.
It's a lease. This binds you to pay it, just like it binds him to pay it. There's nothing in here that gives an exclusion for a home health care worker. You could be a home health care worker. You're binding yourself personally to a spot to pay rent. That's what this does.
No, who paid his
No, ma'am. Whether he paid it or not, he died tomorrow, you're still on the lease. You still owe the money. Did you understand it?
Okay, that was that.
It's just simple contract law. You never sign nothing unless you are willing to pay for it. This contract law. This is a contract. He signed it, you signed it. You're both equally liable for any rent that's due.
You understand that?
Sir, you open your mouth one more time. I'm gonna have you sanctioned, Mr. Pillow. I'm trying to just because that explains why you signed it. You didn't understand that.
I already have my own.
I see that. You told me that. That's why I was curious as to why, if you already have your own apartment, why you signing for another apartment? You've signed 2 leases in the same building. By your own admission, and you signed it. So that's just why I was just asking why you did that, because most home healthcare people generally do not take on a debt for the person they care for. You just took on a debt. The fact he's paying it, it's just like if you have a child and they ask you to sign my lease for me, Mom. You never lived there. The child lives there. Does the child move? The child moves out. They come in here. They say, well, we got unpaid rent. Whose name's on the lawsuit? The child and the other person who signed the lease. Both of them on the lawsuit for unpaid rent. And if the child can't pay, both of them get a judgment if it's determined rent is due. Both of them get the judgment. Then, if it's a money judgment, sometimes it's not, but if it is, they can collect for either one until they get the amount fully paid. That's why you don't even sign for your children unless you're willing to pay. If they don't pay, it's all good while they're paying for the car, the apartment, or whatever. But if the kid doesn't pay, you got to be willing to say, okay, I know I'm going to pay. That's what you did. I just want she understand that because that's why my question was, why would you do that? And you said you did it as a home health care worker, thinking that you just did it as a home health care worker. There's no such thing. You signed this as Deborah Carlisle, the person.
Place I'm on.
No, no one's talking to you. Talking to the witness. So anyway, Miss Carlisle, so you're the home health care person, but you signed the lease for him, with him. And the intent of you doing that was for what? Because you were the worker and you were just, because you could just let him sign his own lease. Why did you think you had to sign it?
I didn't think.
Okay, that's fair. It's okay. But I don't think it through. Okay. Just know next time.
No, I won't.
Okay. So now, okay. So the idea was the place wasn't clean. You heard the defendant say he's going to get it clean once the money's paid.
Yes.
And the idea that Mr. Pillow was going to stay there
Yes.
and do some physical therapy or something while he was in there.
No,
He was just going to move in.
he was going to be staying there
Okay.
while he was going through. He's got some other surgeries that are coming up.
Okay. All right. So he was going to live there.
No, I was never.
No, he was going to live there. That's what I said. Is that correct?
He was going to be there because where he originally was before didn't have stairs in the house.
Okay.
Had stairs.
So he was going to rehabilitate himself
Yes,
there.
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to be coming in, doing the cooking, cleaning, and helping him in that area.
Okay.
But no, I was never going to be living there. I was never going to be paying the rent there because I'm paying the rent for where I live. I'm already living at the bill.
All right.
Have been for some time.
But you do see where they have the deposit in your name on the receipt. And I'm just pointing out what it says. The receipt with the money is in your name and the lease is in your name. And the lease he has is in your name and the receipt's in your name. And the other leases got two names, including yours on it too.
But the lease that we signed, Mr. Pillow signed, I signed, he signed.
Okay. Did you look at the two leases today? Was there any difference in the terms other than who signed the back page?
No,
Okay.
but the monies always came from Mr. Pillow.
Okay.
I never had any money. The only thing that I did, was I agreed to put the lights in my name on August the 1st. I did.
And you the caregiver and you wanted to pay for the light.
But Mr. Liu did say more than one time, I will have this place clean before you move in if you put the lights in your name by August the 1st. That was done. I did put the lights in my name August the 1st. Then a few weeks later is when a bill came for the $400.
All right.
And that's when DTD told me, we don't care who his name is in, who's staying there. Someone's been using lights in that building for several months. If this isn't paid, we will cut the lights.
And you paid that $400. Mr. Pello, do you have any other questions?
Yes, I wanted to show her this right here. This gentleman said he never had a lease with me, never had any dealings with me, period. This is my Venmo account. That's August.
Okay, sir.
Oh, I'm just asking her question.
She can't testify about your Venmo account because she doesn't. Does she have access to your Venmo?
My home healthcare, yeah. She got have access to my bank accounts. I've been
So
with
she's
for
seen.
30 years.
Hold on. Have you seen his Venmo account before?
You send money to her.
Okay.
Here, go right here.
So let me ask you. Excuse me. Yeah, I give up.
You asked me to answer a question.
No, I didn't ask you to ask her the question. I'm asking you
Yes,
to
ma'am.
get her to identify that she even knows what you're talking about.
The
No, you can't say. She's got to say it, Mr. Pello, not you.
What is this right here?
Yes, that's how you do it. And quite frankly, anytime you're asking somebody a question, you need to show a piece of evidence to the other side. So whatever account you're showing, you got to show this gentleman too. I thought
Here we
you.
go here.
Okay.
It's a bunch of money.
Show
What
it.
does this say here?
Excuse me. Do you know what you're looking at now?
2024, right?
Yes.
What are you looking at, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm looking at them.
August, correct?
Yes.
Payments. Whose name is my Venmo account going to?
John Lou.
800. How much is that? 799. 300.
Why can't you just testify to yourself about this? Since it's your account, why are you getting it from
But
her?
I'm asking her. This showing that I paid the money out of my
But
account.
why can't you testify to what you paid?
Oh.
You're the best witness of that. And you could show, because you got to show him the Venmo. He don't know what you.
Venmo account right here. Where I paid you the money. You said I never. I got to touch my phone. Venmo right here. That's your name. That's the money. 1,300. Why would I give you 1,350? If I didn't want the place. And I gave you the money. You say you never had no dealings with me. Why would you take the money? It's not true. And you also said,
Okay, stop.
Oh.
All I asked you to do, I didn't ask you to chastise him. I didn't ask you to criticize him.
You're right.
I just said, show him the document
Yeah.
that you're using to try to claim that you paid him Venmo.
Yeah. Show the phone.
Because he has a right to cross-examine whoever about that.
August 2024.
And it showed, I think her testimony showed $800.
1,350. 799. 300.
Okay, first of all, no one has testified, and you can't testify because you're acting as a lawyer.
Okay.
Lawyers don't testify.
Mhm.
So if you're asking her the question, you got to get it from her. If you're going to wait and you're going to testify about it yourself, then you're going to testify later.
This show 1,350 for August. Paid to him.
Ma'am, did you look at the whole thing? Okay, can you answer that question? Okay.
It does.
It says $1,350 for what month?
Yeah.
Paid to Mr. Lou for what?
Rent.
$1,300. $1,350. Okay. Next question. You done? Okay. Mr. Lou, do you have questions for this witness? The exhibits that were admitted are up here, the two different leases.
One question, man. One quick question. The reason your name was on the lease.
No, ask what is the reason?
What is the reason your name was on the lease as to be a tenant or a home health?
Ask her. Simple question. What is the reason? Mr. Pillow, you're trying to put words in her mouth. You just got to ask a straightforward, clear question. Was there a reason?
Was the reason your name was on the lease?
No. You're telling her, was the reason this? You have to ask her, what was the reason that your name was on the lease?
What was the reason your name was on the lease? The tenant or get access?
To get access to the place. And that was the whole purpose of me being able to go in and out.
And so him giving you a key to go in and out wasn't enough. Mr. Pillow giving you a key to go in his apartment was not enough.
That was it.
She never got a key.
I'm just saying, but everybody, do you know how many people have home health care workers that are not on their lease?
They have to be on the lease with Oakland County Adult Services to have access. They put a machine in there, $10,000 for your shoulders. If this machine come on, we just got another place.
Okay, I don't know nothing about what
That's
some business.
If you let a person in, they have to be on the lease. That's all she wanted. She didn't sign the
Okay,
lease.
sir, I'm not taking that as accurate or true. You- Okay, you can testify about that. But right now, people that work as home health care workers get let in homes all the time and they not on the mortgage and they're not on apartment leases. So I don't know where y'all coming from with this. But okay, so your reason was to be able to get into the building.
Not into the building, because I already had a key to get into the building.
So you had to sign a lease to go into Mr. Pillow's apartment.
To that unit.
Didn't he give you any keys to get in that apartment?
No,
So if you signed the lease, he would have gave you the keys. You didn't sign the lease.
Okay, I don't know. This is not argument.
Okay.
This is just getting facts. The fact is, she says she never got a key. Do you know why you never got a key?
no, that was between, Mr. Lou and Mr. Phillips.
Even though you're on the lease, it wasn't between you and Mr.
No,
Lou.
because I already have my own set of keys to my own place. His
It
name,
doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry. You're
I-
telling me you signed a lease, but don't expect anything from it. You don't expect him to give you a key and you're on the lease liable for anything, but you don't expect the key from him because you got your own personal place.
no, my understanding is he didn't have keys. We only had one key.
Okay.
That was my understanding when we originally spoke, when we were all together.
And that was going to Mr. Pillow
He had one key, and that key went to Mr. Pillow.
and never gave you one.
Never received a key.
Did you receive a mailbox key?
No, I wasn't
Did you
supposed to.
receive in the
receive-
parking garage where your two spots to park it at?
No, I did not.
Your name on the front door for the buzzer.
No, it is not.
Thank you. Until the parking. That's the main question. Anybody ever moving?
No,
How long have you been my home health care since? How many years now?
it's been over 30 years.
No, but
No,
the home health
But
care was
it's
the
over,
Oakland
it's
County.
been
not
over,
Wayne.
I'm sorry. It's been over,
July 16th.
it's been over.
And then I show her this right quick.
What is it?
Question of the home health care. This is where they paid me the money. I split it with her. They sent me $2,000 a month. I got 2 units in there. I get $50,000.
Well, what is the purpose of showing her that?
Oh, because you wanted to know where the money comes. She don't pay anything. I pay everything. I don't even go in the unit. They send me the money because I'm disabled. I get $50,000 a year for the last.
I don't think I'm questioning whether you're disabled.
Good.
I'm not questioning she's lying.
Home health care people deal with me.
I just questioning why she would sign a lease. That's all I'm questioning.
Not to live.
An occupant is somebody that's in.
Occupant, I mean a person that had access to go in and out, not an occupant, I'm sorry, to go in and out of the place. Right, she has to come 3 times a week,
It
clean
was,
up.
Okay, and you say there's some law in the state of Michigan that says a home health care person has to be on a lease to go in and out of.
If you had the machines in there for therapy, that's what I was putting in it, therapy machines, so I have to go to therapy. And here's the payments here, they send us $1,677 every month.
Oh,
For the
okay.
last 10
I
years.
don't think anybody's questioning
Okay.
that you get disability or whatever. Are you done now? So we can have him cross-examine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, have a seat and please don't talk.
Can I say one thing?
No,
I want to show you what the state sent me. The state actually put the home health care in that address and took it out because it wasn't clean when they came back.
okay, ask about that then. You can ask about that. Okay, wait, just let him ask you a question.
The home health care person, Mr. Prater, came by and saw the place wasn't clean.
Who is the home health care
I
person?
mean, the home health care worker named Mr. Prater,
From where?
Oakland County Adult Services.
Okay,
He canceled the home health care and then
okay, you're testifying. Please ask her about what she knows about it.
was the home health care discontinued at that unit.
yes,
Thank you.
Why was that, ma'am?
Oh,
it was not clean.
And who did that?
Mr. Prater,
Where's he from?
he's from, Oakland.
And so,
He's really Mr. Phillips work.
And he canceled what?
He came by and he said the place was not clean of the car.
Okay.
Because
What did he
can't-
cancel?
He cancels this home health care because their requirement is the home health care is the place has got to be up to a certain standard.
Okay.
Came before I was able to.
And is there any documentation that shows that?
Mr. Pillow would have.
Okay. And when was it that he canceled that, if you can remember? Because the place wasn't clean.
That would have been sometime like around October, November, some
What year?
2024. No, I'm sorry.
And 24
Yeah,
together,
24. Yeah, that was sorry, 24.
Okay, Mr. Pillow, have a seat. Cross-examination. I got the exhibits here if you need to refer to any of those, about the 2 leases, about the receipt. And you can ask any that was asked about or something new. Go ahead.
Because, when are you moving?
When did you move in?
I never moved in. I was.
She said no one ever moved in.
So,
I was never going, and you knew that when
So how-
when the lease was signed, that you were told that upfront that I was never going to be living there because I already had a place in there, which is why you said that you would not give, you said, well, you don't need a front door key since you already live here because you can use your front door key. I will give Mr. Pillow the other key to the second key and a key to the mailbox when I have an opportunity to do so. That is what you said at the time.
Okay, ma'am. That's a lot. Okay, so you're saying that he told you
Yes, at the signing of the lease.
at the lease signing that he did not wasn't gonna give you a front door
He
key.
said, you don't need a front door key since you already live in the building.
Okay. And what else?
I will give Mr. Pillow the second key and mailbox key when I have an opportunity. That was a discussion between the two of them. But it was made clear at the signing of the lease that Deborah was never moving into that unit.
Okay, so that answers the question. She never moved in.
you never move. First, we sign contract, key, door key, unit key.
No, well, is that a question?
Okay.
Are you asking her, does she recall you giving her a key to the unit, the front door, on the first day of the lease sign? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
That's what he said he's asking you. Do you remember that he gave you a key to the front door and the unit? And is it the mailbox too?
Yeah, because one person is signed with one person, so no reason I give two key.
But one person didn't sign the lease, 2 people signed.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna have to clear up by using these leases. You better ask us some questions about the 2 different leases then, because I don't understand why there's 2.
Sorry.
You want to ask her questions about the 2 different leases here?
Just one.
Sir, that's an issue in the case. Just got 2 leases. 2 different signatures. You don't want to ask her nothing about the first lease that you say she only signed herself, and is that her signature and all that? You don't want to ask nothing about it? Because I have to make a decision which one of these things is correct. And if nobody asks any questions, I'm not going to have any evidence to go on.
Yes, because first.
Okay, I just said all you need to do is you're either going to ask her questions or you're not.
Okay. Yeah. Did you tell me first day we meet? Did you tell me says because you want to marry, no space, you want to look a second unit?
Okay.
Did you remember?
What?
Excuse me.
We didn't understand that question. Did she tell you something about she wants to get married? Is that what you said?
He signed married. He leaving his sign in first unit. So he signed married. So no space living. So that's why he looked at second unit.
I can't understand you. I'm sorry, Mr. Lu. I'm not sure what you're asking. I can't understand the question. Think about it and ask it a little more clearly, because it sounds like you're saying somebody got married.
He's her signed married. So
She signed married.
yeah.
What do you mean she signed married? Sir, look at the lease.
Her kids.
Could you come up here, please, and get the leases? So I'm not sure what you're talking about. There's 2 leases. One of them has 1 signature, one has 2. You can ask her, show her the lease that you talked about and where it says she's signed married, because I don't know what that means.
You all right?
Mr. Pillow, what is it?
Oh, I pulled up the home health care address for there. That's showing what it's for. Oakland County Adult Service, 1,700 a month. That's why we're getting it. That's all.
Okay, let's see.
Use copy. Use my copy.
You if you got your own copy, you can use that too. But those are the only 2.
Use my copy. Then
Okay.
sign it. Use the original one or original. Use the
Okay, well, ask her what you want to ask her about the signature on that lease. Show it to her.
You blaming everything on you.
Ma'am, your name's on the lease. I don't know why you're asking like it's like you don't understand why they're asking you questions.
Yeah. So first we already signed here. Second one, why you let Mr. Pello sign second?
I didn't let Mr. Pillow sign anything. We all signed together. I don't know what you're trying to say about me. But my name is important. We 3 people signed together.
So do you know how the one lease only has your name on it?
I cannot say anything about that.
And we
I
don't
can
have the
only tell
original
you-
copy of the second lease to even look for authenticity. No, sir, I need the document. I need to look at the signatures. Well, okay, it's your case, and anybody bringing a case should know that they need to have their original documents to bring to show.
Then supposed to bring up.
So, no, whose fault is that? You should have found a lawyer. Mr. Pillow, I'm sorry. You needed to have brought a lawyer. If you don't know, no, you obviously you do not. Nobody is going to tell you anything. This is your case in a regular court. So
Where's the lease he's supposed to have? He ain't got one. But I got it. My house.
he didn't. Listen, he's going by your leases, and this other one looks like it's more of a copy of something that looks more original than this one. This one is a photocopy of something that's a copy. I can't tell what this one is, but I can't even hardly. I can see, but I can't evaluate it. This is a photocopy of something else. And you got original and false. And they both say the same thing.
Well, one has 2 signatures on the back and one has 1. One with the one is the false one. Even Judge Nat said it was false.
Now you're really citing the wrong person for me. I don't care what she said.
And then you rule that the place couldn't be rented because it wasn't inspected. Never was inspected.
Okay, sir, but we're not here for that. This is not a landlord-tenant case. So whatever she did over there, she did. This is, you just want money back.
Oh, okay. I see. Yes, ma'am.
So. And quite frankly, your case here doesn't say nothing about whether anything was suitable for leasing or not under the city ordinance. So I don't have any information on that from you.
You ruled when we was here, you couldn't ring. You did that. I got it in my phone.
So, but this is this case. So you think I know every ruling I've ever made in my life? It would be incumbent upon you. You could have brought a pretrial motion if you wanted to and say he can't collect for whatever reason. Or you could bring it in the middle of this case. I don't know, but I don't have any information about that right now. All I got is her testimony. And you still asking her questions, right? Or no? Are you done, Mr. Liu?
I don't have a question. No.
Okay. Mr. Pillow, how many, are you testifying yourself?
Very
Are you going to testify yourself?
You want to have me questions, bro?
No. This is your case, Mr.
You
Pillow.
want me to sit up here and testify?
No, I don't want anything. I just want to know what you want to do.
Yes, I would like to testify that I gave him the money.
Okay.
Back. And I want my money. So,
All right. So would you be your last witness?
yes.
And you're not calling him as a witness?
And I have a paper here saying no money will be awarded to plaintiff when he sued her because the property is not certified or registered. August 21st, 2025. Never was registered. Didn't register to September.
Okay.
So because he finally evacuated him out, so we got the people to call building department of the Southfield. We got a plus inspection
What
registration.
date though?
Same day is September 22nd.
Okay.
2025.
We passed.
But you rendered it to the lot.
You about to move after the last day is September 16th.
No.
Yeah.
Judge supposed to move out by August 27th. She said, I only have a key. Place empty, going in anytime. You came back and told her that she didn't move, and she put an eviction on there because I'm looking at it right now.
That's what.
That's not true.
Because we
Okay.
called many times.
Excuse me. I don't even know what this is about. We're in the middle of a trial here, and we're not having any argument about anything else. So I'm not sure what you people are doing. My question was, did you have any more questions for this witness? You said you don't think you do. So then I asked Mr. Pillow, did he have any more witnesses? That's all I'm trying to get to. So that means you're not testifying. Because you would be a witness if you wanted to. Step down.
Yeah, witness, who's gonna ask me a question? I'll be the witness. You can ask me a question. You want me to sit up there?
Mr. Pillow, it's up to you whether you want to testify or not. Okay. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, have a seat. Tell us your name.
Dr. Poe.
Hi, Mr. Pillow. You start talking. What did you want to say?
On the 24th of July, we met the gentleman, looked at the place,
24th of July.
July 24th, 2024, 724. I mean, yeah, 724. 718, I'm sorry. We met the gentleman, looked at the place, said the place wasn't clean. He said, give me 2 weeks, I'll have it clean, turn the lights on in your name. I said, how much you want? He said, give me $2,700. I reached in, had both $100 bills, gave him $2,700, said in 2 weeks the place will be ready. I say, have the place ready because the home health care person will be coming in a month. I ain't coming back in November. Home health care person called him, he told him it was clean. He didn't go look at it. When I came back from my surgery in November, opened the door, wasn't clean, but the rent for December, he had already took out the Venmo rent for December, half of it. I stopped the second payment, and so that's what happened. I even made a police report.
Where's the lease? Did you sign a lease?
Yeah, the lease, with both all our names on it. And I got the original receipt.
Okay, sir. And you act like I'm supposed to know this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes,
This is the
I-
first time, excuse me?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the first time you're testifying.
Yes, ma'am. I signed.
So whatever you want me to know, you have to tell me yourself
I
now.
signed the lease and Miss Carlisle signed the lease. She was going to be the person to come in as the home health care, like she does in my other two homes. She comes in, the alarm takes a picture of it so they know who came, and that's it. That's why I put the alarm on the place in August.
What a liar.
I put a guy on all my policies. So I know who coming in and out. I was there. And the home health care guy told me I need to say, man, is he spray? I called him.
The home health care can what?
The home health care agent came by there and he said, get somebody to clean it up and I'll keep the home health care going. Called him and asked him.
Who is the home care?
Adam Plater, that's the home health care place. For Oakland County Adult Service. I got his.
And where is he? You didn't testify. You didn't subpoena him to testify.
He's not my worker no more.
It doesn't matter. He can still be subpoenaed.
Oh, I mean, I didn't go that far no more.
Or somebody from has his notes, I'm sure. But I mean, telling me what he said is hearsay. Without him.
I did get the place. I called the guy, gave him the code to get in the door. The guy came, sprayed for the roaches. He sent me back $225 to my Venmo. I ain't on the lease. Why would you send me some money? All my Venmos went to him. She didn't pay the dime. I paid it just like I do it at 800. I got another one in there. I had no problem. Same thing.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna say this, look, you asked why to give the guy the money. When I went to get the one 800 one clean. Paid the guy 2 weeks later, it was clean. Most people, gentlemen, and they honor their agreement. I gave that guy cash money. And he said he never, why would I pay you? I don't need another place. Doesn't make sense. And when the 414 didn't work out, I just went and got another one. I still get $1,700 a month for 2 units. I get her 117. I keep the other. I kept my $50,000 a year for the last 10 years. They pay me $50,000 every year. No matter if I'm working or not. That's just what happened. I got to a bad car accident. But for him to take the money, don't fix up the unit, call me the N-word, and then the reason I found out how him and her
who cleaned up the place?
Oh, the lady who does the cleanup here in the office, they sent her down there to clean it up. Because he told her in the office he was gonna pay for it. He didn't pay it. She called me. Remember that lady $300.
So wait a minute. So you
the lady who cleans up the apartment buildings. The lady
I thought Miss
Carlisle cleaned the cabinets. The other lady cleaned the toilets on it. Miss Carlisle cleaned the cabinets. I even gave her $300.
And she was the lady from who?
Oh, the lady works in the office, the Mexican lady who cleans up there. She cleaned the whole unit after Miss Carlisle did the cabinets. She said, I ain't doing the cabinets or the ceiling fan. After she did that, the lady came in and did the floors, cleaned the bathroom, and he stiffed her only $300. He was supposed to.
So y'all cleaned it and then didn't move in?
No, she cleaned it. I didn't move in because I came back in November. I didn't like the way he was talking to me. He stopped talking to me in October. He said he told her I went in his Venmo account, took $75. Never happened. You can't go on somebody's account unless they send the money to you or request it. And then he said, I'm only dealing with you from now on. So I Venmoed the money through her. And when I came back in November, it wasn't clean. I just went and got another unit. Wasn't no problem. And I told him I was going to sue him. And that's where we're here now. And they back and forth, back and forth. His wife the one owned the unit. He bought the unit from the lady. Shelby Clinton, it's a paper in there, kept the electric in her name. When they cut the lights on, DT said $400. She paid the $400. I gave it back to her. That was it. Never moved into the unit period. And she was out by the 27th, but that's when you told her to get the keys back. When she was here testifying, because he sued her. He never sued me. He sued her in your court. You said be out by the 27th. She said no problem because I ain't got the key anyway. I'm in there. He comes back, tells you she didn't move to September, had the place inspected, and you put an eviction on it according to his paperwork. She never been there. Well, I don't understand.
I thought she was never in the place.
No, period. No. And she caught when he.
What do you mean she moved out then?
She never was in the place, period. Nobody moved out. Nobody moved in. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The state wasn't putting that machine in there unless the place was clean. When it wasn't clean after they gave him 3 months, this August, November, the guy like, man, I'm cutting this off. I said, okay, switch it to another. Well, you got me another unit. 1,700 back on the next month. That was it.
Okay. All right. Did you have questions for him?
To say this now, I might have
No.
to print out for the address and the paper. She wanted to at least have my name, or the state wouldn't have put that building in my name. 414 right here.
I don't know what that is,
Oakland County Adult Services.
sir, but I can't just
Well, I
let,
understand what you
I
just
can't
said.
take the
I
evidence off of a cell phone like that.
Yes.
You should have printed it out so everybody could see it. Unless you want me to just take your cell phone while I rule. Because that's what all the evidence it seems to
That's
be.
what it looked like to me. The original lease is here, everything is here. And the original lease has 414 on the back.
I wouldn't know, Mr. Pillow. I don't have it. You have everything in a phone. You didn't provide copies to me or
Oh,
anybody.
that's the copies up there. That's
Okay.
the original lease I copied. The one with both our signatures, the one with her signature is fake. And the receipts are fake. He didn't show you them receipts when they first came. He showed them receipts to mediation, period. And if you, this is what he
Okay.
wrote to me. Read this what he told me, Jake.
No,
That's the paper.
mediation doesn't matter what he told them. That's a settlement process.
You just let him read that paper. That's the
What?
mediation paper he read.
I don't know what he, okay, Mr. Pillow. If you're done, I'm going to take a break at this point. I can't seem to finish this case today. And quite frankly, I need a break. And I'm trying to get him to see if he has any questions for you.
Can I come back with the original lease in a week?
No, I said I'm taking a break. I didn't say we were coming back in a week. And your case will be rested. We're not going back into starting over. We don't do that. You're not prepared today. It's too late. So, are you done telling me things about your position? I
Yeah.
think you are.
I gave him money. He never had the place clean. Never had it inspected. Couldn't rent it. When I asked for my money back, he put me door after me stuff. And he blocked me. That was it. That's why we're here.
Okay.
Oh, he also sold the place in December for $100,000, and he put it up for rent in February for $1,350. And it looks like he sold the place to somebody he knew. That's what they said.
What's that got to do with anything?
If he say he ain't got no money to pay, just
So I know he didn't have to pay you nothing until we decide this case.
Yeah. And he admitted that he got the
Mr. Pillow, if you don't have any more factual testimony about what happened and when, step down.
Factual testimony is this gentleman said he's paid to December 15th. $7,000. I would like my money back.
We know that. Step down. I'm taking a break.
All right.
Just an hour, can I go eat?
No.
No, don't leave.
If you leave, I'm dismissing the case.
I mean, I can leave and sit out there, right?
Gonna dismiss?
Don't leave.
I can't leave and go to private.
Don't go nowhere.
Ask you a question. I ain't gonna get at least 5 minutes from him.
Don't know what she done.
And I still there. She didn't tell me to bring another. They told me to discuss. Just wait. All right, what's up?
Come up 2 seconds or 2 minutes.
So, this paper here said order of eviction issued on 19 against her. Ah, well, nobody in she. I see.
Don't make me work my brain. I have no idea. I try to stay neutral.
All rise. Court's back in session. You may be seated.
Okay. Okay.
Ready. Is she okay?
She got her problem. Don't people die.
What?
No, she don't die unless the dead.
No, we need an EM.
She missed the chair.
Oh, okay. You need help getting up?
He's talking about he hopes she doesn't die.
Say a heart.
Like that.
Hoping till we get out of here. Yeah.
Gotcha.
She gonna need a home health care person. She keeps going up.
Okay, well, all right, let's do this. We're back on the record with case number 2504901 RGC Jeffrey Pillow versus Jun Lu. Court took a recess in this matter, and let's see. We broke at the point that there was going to be Mr. Pillow had finished his case, and we were cross-examining him because he indicated he wasn't calling any more witnesses. You were the last witness, correct? And then you need to cross-examine him about anything you wanted to about the leases, about anything he testified to, and anything else you think is relevant, right, Mr. Liu? The court was having a little bit of trouble understanding you for that. I know you understand me. I just have the problem understanding your accent on some of the things you're saying. So what I think I'm going to do is adjourn it to allow you to for us to get an interpreter so that you can speak in your native language to the interpreter. Then the interpreter will speak in English to me, which will be a lot clearer than me trying to understand exactly what you're saying. Because we were all having a little bit of trouble understanding the accent because your accent's kind of thick.
That's today, ma'am, or another day?
It's not going to be today. We can't get an interpreter.
So I can bring the originals back there?
No, your case is closed. Okay. So we're not going back to yours, but did you just hear what I just said?
Okay.
I wish you would quit questioning everything I say. Now, I can't understand the man, but you want me to just go ahead on and resolve the case anyway?
Well, I mean, I'm saying you should
Stop interrupting the judge.
You can speak plain English. I got voicemails where he talking clear enough.
Okay, well, he's not talking clear enough for us to understand. And the clerk was having trouble. I kept asking him what he was saying, and then he speaks low anyway. So I couldn't understand him. What is your native language?
Chinese.
Is it a specific dialect, like a Mandarin?
China.
Who?
China. Very China.
Mandarin?
Very.
Okay, we want a Mandarin Chinese interpreter. This might take us a little bit longer, but at least I'll be getting some clear testimony. You're still on Wood Street, Mr. Alu?
1 6.
Just give me the date today or another.
Mr. Pillow, if you just hold on a second, we'll tell you everything you need to know before you get out of here. Okay. Can you give this to Mr. Lu for me? And ask him to fill out the phone number and sign it right here. Just fill out the phone. Okay, Mr. Lu, I want you to put your phone number. That's a request for an interpreter. Now, if you have both, if you have documents, and I will say this, if he testifies to something when he brings his case, he hasn't gotten there yet, for rebuttal, then you could bring something to rebut it, but it can't be something from your case in chief. So everybody just have everything you think you might need with you next time, document-wise, and I don't know if you're going to have any additional witnesses. So whatever you had today, sir, like the little receipt, the yellow receipts that you had. Yep, definitely want to bring all that back because you're going to try to get that into evidence.
I can bring the originals, right?
You can bring them in case you need them. I don't know.
So witness have to come back? No.
If you think you need it. Okay. All righty. So next date will be
June 9th at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Tuesday, right?
Correct. You want me to write you a notice?
Tuesday, June. Well, I mean, you can't. I mean, put them on my paper. So Tuesday, June 9th, and 10 o'clock. That's not.
Mhm. Okay, that is the date, and we will send a notice out as well. Okay, so we're all set. And here's the form, Jeff. Make sure to get that. You have to scan it in.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. All right, so that's going to conclude the docket.
Money on the table in the Southfield town. Signed the papers, but the unit was down. Grease in the kitchen and the light stayed off. Sent the Venmo while the judge would scoff. Show me the witness and show me the key. Too many leases for the court to see. Call for a translator and we meet back in June.